Welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your next 48 hours. Big Cat Wave, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. It's your time. Come in. Come on. I've got intel. As you kick your way into the next 48 hours, you are being blessed with what? The universe is giving you what? 3 positive sextiles. Positive and productive, giving you direction for the next 48 hours. The first one is Mercury in Chiron. Forming the sextile, which will what? Give you the chance to heal old wounds, gently removing the bandage, right? And getting it out in the open, darling dear. This therapeutic sextile offers you the opportunity to express your pain in new ways. The second fortunate sextile is the Skullduggerous Moon with Mars, offering you what? A competitive yet cooperative vibe that makes success your go-to move, darling dears. The third one is Mars in Aries, sextiling Saturn in Aquarius, darling dears. This aspect takes you on the road to full-on independence mode. Remember, my dear Big Cat, each small step in the right direction as we move forward. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, never backwards. Fist bump and a Big Cat wave. Let's dive in, darling dears. Let's dive in. Let's see what your rune is. Oh, just the one, darling dear. And if you're going to get one, let it be Kanaz. Kanaz is represented by the Hermit in Tarot, darling dears. Yes, baby, but it's in the reverse. This speaks about someone realizing they've got false hope. Why? Because they lack the knowledge and the creativity. Kanaz is represented by the letter K and the numbers 36, 37, 38 and 39. These are what? The codependent.com, darling dear, the unwashed. These people are unenlightened, right? And need the energy of others in order to what? Tear a Big Cat down. But remember, Big Cat, it's boomerang season, as you are blessed with what? 3 sextiles that are in your favor. Fist bump. Lean in, Big Cat. Lean in. Because this is going to what? Make you realize who is what for you and who is against you, darling dear. Know this, knowledge is power, and power is power, and I'll have nothing else said. Order in the court. Let's get your ancestral message. I'm going to lead with the fairies. Haven't used them in a while. Base of the deck, protect your dreams. How do you do that? Move in silencio, Big Cat. Shut up. Button it, pack it in, put a sock in it. What else does your ancestral team want you to know for the next 48 hours? Oh, moon energy, darling dears. The moon is represented by Pisces and sometimes Cancer energy. It also speaks about what? The bad energy of it all. Somebody who's trying to come through with the fucking ease, blood. Yes, baby, deception is indicated from a false friend or a secret enemy or someone who's cheating on you. Your intuition already told you whom that person is. It's about you what? Using discernment in this new cycle that you've co-created in the name of Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, way showers and spiritual guides. Pinkies up. It says what? Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Let me tell you something, Big Cat. My Big Cat air signs. Peace cannot be bought or bartered. And the moon also tells you to what? Use your intuition, darling dear. Buff it up to a bitchin' shine to highlight what needs to be highlighted as you kick your way into the next 48 hours. Base of the deck, darling dears. Flourish. Yes, baby. What you put your mind on, darling dear, where your focus goes, it will grow. It says what? The lotus flower. Speaking of the lotus flower, darling dears, it's a flower that can what? Bloom in the dirtiest of waters, darling dears. The Lotus Flower Fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others, darling dear. Baby, you know who the codependent, right, and the wicked are. Make sure you put your third eye on that bitch, and you what? Keep it moving, Scotty. Always forward. Leave the hood-looking alfalfas where they are. You've got no time for tongue wrestling, and let alone tussling. Are you mad? Fist bump. Let's get a deck and see what else is going on for you for the next 48 hours. Haven't used this in a while. Base of the deck, a Chichin Chitara. Someone who lied. It says what? A loss of peace of mind and personal freedom. They're going through Guantanamo Bay on crack as they continue to make the mistakes. The Swords also speaks about what? A back front neck tapper, darling dear. A merchant of slander. Someone whom you're not returning to, darling dears. They are slandering your name, not realizing whom or what is caping for you in the spiritual world, darling dear. Chosen you be. Why? Because you did Matthew 10:14. You dusted off your sandals and headed out after they cut you to the white meat, darling dear. The white meat. You can hear them? I always leave the adverts in, darling dear. They're still talking behind your back. Merchants of slander. Jeremiah 9:40. Energy from the big cat air signs for the next 48 hours. Yes, baby. A situation that you're emotionally over, where you've become the Queen of Swords. Why? You was in the water hamster wheel, a situation that was on the rinse and repeat cycle, darling dears. The Queen of Swords is somebody who is extremely intelligent, able to what? Use logic and their what? Intelligence to solve any situation. This is about you moving away from emotional entanglement, darling dear. Turning your back and realizing the door to your infinite possibilities is open. No one can shut a door that's been opened by the Most High. New beginning as you move forward from a cycle that was what? Rinse and repeat. Clarify the world card. Thank you. Oh, you got a duo, right? Someone who's a lying liar. What did I say? The skullduggerous page of swords on its face. This also speaks about what? Sputnik, the mouth breather. Watching what you've got going on. Curious about what's going on in your life, darling dear. But they can't get a foot in. The Knight of I nearly said Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords speaks about what? Someone who likes to rush in with the verbal abuse, right? The emotional abuse. This also speaks about whomsoever is spying on you. This person is arrogant, darling dear, and incompetent to boot. And they're what? Defensive, because they know that they're a bottom feeder. And you're not having it. Why? Because you've got the what? 9 of Wands. You are the what? Wounded warrior. It also speaks about your spiritual strength. What does it say here? Protect what you've created. Be prepared. Never give up. Ask your angels for help. Environmental activism and animal rights. For some, darling dear. Animal rights. Did you see what that guy, what's his name, Caesar from Black Ink Crew, beat up his dog, darling dear? Beat the dog with a metal chair. You saw the dog pee on itself. Then he went inside and had a whole shower, right? Came out in his Evelyn slippers and his dressing gown, right? To throw the dog in the cage and then kick the cage down the hill, darling dear. Poor Fluffy had to bite the lock and jump free. The dog had to jump and roll, darling dears. Jump and roll. Let's get another card to clarify this. Spiritual strength, darling dear. The 9 of Wands in the upright. It speaks about your resilience, right? As well as vigilance, darling dear. And it's also telling you to what? Forgive a situation that you took a risk on. It was a challenge, darling dear. But that situation was done for you, not to you, right? Why? Because you are Teflon Cat. And your ancestral team, your spiritual guides, wanted you to wake up. Fire energy. Wake up to whom you are. You bring the table to the table, my dear big cat. Fist bump. Let's clarify these cards. I'm going to use the Witch's Oracle. Oh, Witch's Tarot, sorry. We've got a Page of Cups, a skullduggerous page. Pwah! If this is not your progeny, there could be 2 progenies involved in a situation. Somebody wants to come through as a bull swanky apology, right? That cup is a cup of opium. The Page of Cups in the upright could also be someone who is what? A misogynist, right? Or misandrist. Either they don't like men or they don't like women. darling dear. They're on the down low. Fighting against their own sexuality. This is why they took out Shiznai on you. Well, guess what? You're the Queen of Swords, darling dear. Some may call you critical, but no, you speaks the truth, roof. Pinkies up. Separating yourself from emotional situations that had you on a hamster wheel with someone who was a back front neck tabbing snake, darling dear. You're vigilant and ready for it, mate. Still talking behind your back. Clarify the Eight of Cups. Thank you. Yes, baby. They've been left out in the cold. They've gone to Siberia, darling dear. Leave them where they are. What's that? Easter Island and Stevie Wonder. Someone who wanted you to survive off of saliva. This is the type of person that you could have been in a relationship. If they're not involved with you, even if you got progeny, they don't want to give up the peas. Well, guess what? No one can block what Father God says must go forth. They have to hand it over. Somebody feels iced out of your situation. Listen, the devil's strongest worker. This person is codependent, controlling, darling dear. They've also got addictive behaviors. They've spent money on what? Adult media. You know what that means. Yes, baby. Someone who liked to argue and fight. This person was bound to you, or you was bound to them, until you wasn't, as the Queen of Swords, leaving a situation behind. They wanted you to what? Survive for saliva, darling dears. They did. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Thank you. Queen of Swords. Yes, baby. And a spellcaster to boot. They've also got what? Some kind of a tarot reading on you. Whomsoever they got to spy on you, darling dear, they are about to get the effect of what? Bad luck. Yes, baby. This is also what? A professional mistress, right? Someone who's always got their panani or futum in the air, like a gang sign, tree sloth for sure, with algae in their fur. Someone who's watching you, darling dear. Jelly Bogelli. This person is unanointed and unprotected. This person is a what? A merchant of slander, bringing out all the gossip. But as they continue to gossip and wish all these bad things on you, get readings on you, tarot readings, darling dears, they get in the bad luck because they're opening doors that Father God will not shut. Why? They are not anointed. Touch not the anointed, lest thou get touched. And they are definitely touched when it comes to you, darling dears. There's 3 people involved in this that I've seen so far. You've been given a passionate new beginning after realizing what? The rinse and repeat is just not for you. World card is represented by Earth, as well as Saturn energy, as well as the fixed signs of Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. The fixed signs speak about what? It speaks about you continuing to be what? Tenacious, darling dear. Continue to organize yourself and tackle situations slowly. You're the Queen of Swords. You've been given, right? Not only are you in your element, you've been given all of the tools and you have the intellect to get yourself out of a situation. This is spiritual guidance, and it also speaks about a new beginning. Look at the dull yellow in the back. What's that? The Jelly Bogelli, the mouth breathers are watching you get your second strength as you begin again. After betrayal, you had to take the blade out of your back and you had the foresight to cut the cord. Finding your favorite, darling dear. Or your favor. Yeah, they stabbed you in the back. But guess who's crying now? Right? With possibly a third party. Yes, baby. They're going through it. Hawkeye sticks at dawn, all of this cup energy. The 3 and the 4 of cups, darling dears, goes to 7 of cups. In the upright, I might add. It speaks about reflection. They're taking the time to sit down, right? They're feeling like what? A dumbass, a dickhead, right? And a what? Left behind from yesteryear. Wishing that they could what? Turn back the hands of time. Something that not even R. Kelly can do, darling dears. He's locked up, just like Akon said. And they're not letting him out. This person is locked in their emotions, darling dear. And they don't know how to handle them. Why? Because their inner child is Chucky. I told you, they're spying and lying. Merchant of slander they be. Well, guess what? Your block game is off the Chizayin. Base of the deck. And they're going through tower moment after tower moment. Talk about sackcloth and ashes, darling dear. Luke 22:62. They're crying into their fist. That's their business, blood. What fell on the skull? Listen. whomsoever this spellcaster that they went to, darling dear, or it could be the thruple, the third party that you weren't wasn't invited on that intel. You didn't know it was going on. This person is bitter and twisted and can't co-create. They are Brock Pocketers, and they're what, a bitter Betty or a bitter Benjamin, darling dear. Look where when you're reading tarot, look to see where the faces are. This is current energy. This person is loyal to no one and will give up the Punani and Fatum if there is money involved. This is not the one for anyone, right? Yes, baby. King of Pentacles is what you're serving with your block game, darling dear. This speaks about you having entrepreneur skills, right? Or you're building your kingdom, a new job, some kind of promotion, something that you was what? Vigilant with. Yes, baby, and took the time and the energies, because Wands is about what? Moving forward, right? To build your kingdom or queendom or your empire. Base of the deck, because you mastered your emotions. And in some cases, some of you may have a choice between two kings approaching you. Queen of Cups, right? Because of your loyalty, darling dear, people are seeing you as husband or wife material. And this is a divine union. So you better choose wisely. All that approach your throne in the next 48 hours must be interviewed. They may have what? Jesus tied up and duct taped in the boot of their car. You must interview them, darling dears. No one is allowed to what? Have unlimited access without you knowing exactly where they're coming from. And your ancestral team, this is your protection, darling dears, right? You've been on a long journey. Temperance in the upright. Temperance represented by the Sagittarius energy. It also speaks about a journey. Some of you are about to take a journey in the next 48 hours. And again, the temperance speaks about what? A secret admirer. It also says that whomsoever crossed you, darling dear, your ancestral team is dragging them and giving them a front row seat to what? Your glow up as you get your second wind, darling dear. Realizing whom the hell you are and what you can co-create on this Malkuth. Look at the size of that Pentacali, the king of Pentacles is holding. You are the one that holds the bag, darling dear, as you do your what? Slow, quick, slow towards your infinite possibilities, which will flourish. Look what's underneath that. Abundance knows your address, darling dear. Abundance comes in many forms, not just in money. It could be knowledge, your health, whatever it is, darling dear. But whatever situation you are vigilant against, your mental health is on the up and up. Remember, my dear big cat, your mental health is your wealth. Let's get a final message from my big cats before I push off towards my infinite possibilities. Gonna go with the black cards? No, we're gonna go with my FP555 Oracle Intel deck. If you'd like to purchase it, follow the link in the description box below. Right? There's two decks and I mixed them together because no one's gonna check me, boo. Moon energy, use your discernment, darling dears, and understand you are the prize. Final messages for my air signs for the next 48 hours. Right? Gratitude. Be grateful for every blessing. We've got the 2 and the 8. The 2 is the strength card, darling dears. And, sorry, the 8 is the strength card, right? And the 2 is the high priestess. Follow your intuition. You'll feel it in your tummy, darling dears. Continue to put your third eye on bitches and mitches. And be grateful to the Most High for the blessings seen and unseen. Base of the deck, right? Because you've been gifted with the badass alchemist ways, all of the tools to create whatever life you want. And this also speaks about travel, possibly a secret admirer traveling towards you, or you will be traveling in the next 48 hours. What fell off the back end? The merchant of slander, darling dear. They're chopping it up in them streets about you, not realizing they're creating what? Tower moment after tower moment for themselves. That's their business. It's their business. Any more messages? Thank you. Right? Yeah. The Merchants of Slander is giving out what? Bull Swanky and Subterfuge. And it's on a 16. What's that? Tower moments. Touch not the anointed. When people are doing their wickedness, they don't even realize whom or what is capable for you in the spiritual world, darling dears. And as what? A spiritual being having a human experience, you have the right to claim dominion over yourself at any time, darling dear. Remember I told you that. Final card before we push off to our infinite possibilities. Thank you. Continue to watch for the signs and the signals. It's messages from the Most High. And use your intuition, darling dear. Queen of Swords. This is mental and spiritual downloads, darling dears, into your crown chakra, right? Watch the signs and signals. And what's this? You and your element, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, big cat wave. The air signs is about your knowledge and your communication and your intellect, and you're about to be delivered some form of clarity over the next 48 hours. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, toddle over to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cat, cat. Cat, cat.